It's Josh Vergara from Android Authority. What's going on, everybody? It's kind of a chilly morning here in SoCal, but I am still here to bring you yet another drop test, and this time we're talking about the LG G2. Still has that glossy plastic design, but the button layout is now on the back, so we're going to see how this phone stands to our drop test. Now you guys know the drill. I'm going to be doing 3 different tests on this particular phone. I'm going to be dropping it on its back, on its bottom, on its face. I'm going to do my best to get it to drop perfectly, but even if it doesn't, we're going to see how it stands when it hits the ground. And here, as you can see, this is the LG G2 itself. Button layout on the back, and of course this is a working phone. This is just me showing you that the phone is completely operational even before we start these drop tests. All right, here we go. This is the first test, dropping the LG G2 right onto its back. All right, so here we go. Dropping in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, nice bounce on there. As you can see, everything seems to be operational still. If we look at the damage that is on the back, it really doesn't look like there's a whole lot. However, on the bottom here, we do have some scuffs, which is pretty much where it had dropped. Actually, no, not on the bottom. It's on the top here. You can see some scratches above where the camera is, but for the most part, everything seems to be working just fine. All right, the G2 seems to be holding up pretty well so far, but now we have our second test where I drop it right onto its bottom. So let's see what happens. Dropping the phone in 3, 2, 1. And there you go. It landed right on the corner down here on the bottom left, which caused enough of an impact to make it shatter close to here. But the crack also does sort of spread out to other parts of the screen. After I was able to turn it off and try to turn it back on, it doesn't look like the screen is as responsive as before, if at all. You kind of get a little bit over on the bottom there, but it's definitely not enough to unlock the phone. Unfortunately, we might be dealing with an inoperable phone at this point. Broken enough to the point where we can't really use it, but we do have one last test, and that is the face test to see just how much the screen might get damaged if it were to land right onto its face. Dropping for the final drop test in 3, 2, 1. All right, getting a little bit closer with my camera just to be able to give the full reveal. And oh, there it is. It actually looks like the impact isn't quite so bad when you take a look at this particular drop. However, it did land pretty squarely on the bottom left corner again, causing even more of a breakage. However, across the rest of the screen, there doesn't seem to be much else in terms of cracks or shatters. We do have some dust from the fall there. However, if we turn on the phone, pressing the button, it doesn't seem like anything is turning on anymore. Perhaps the phone, much like the Xperia Z1, is still operational, but it looks like the screen is just broken beyond usage. So nothing is even coming up, and I can't get anything to happen on the LG G2 anymore. And so, there you have it for this drop test. The LG G2 did fight pretty valiantly, however, it could not stand up to our drop test. It did manage to work through the first and also kind of the second drop, even though the screen was already unusable for the most part. However, after the face down test, it became completely inoperable. As I can try right now, I just cannot get the screen to turn on at all anymore. So, unfortunately, we're working with a completely broken phone at this point. Thank you very much for watching this drop test. If you liked it, make sure you drop us a like down below and to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you haven't seen our full LG G2 review, make sure you check it out in the link over on the side. Stay tuned to Android Authority for all of the best coverage, because we're your source for all things Android.